How's it going, guys? Thunderbolt01 here. I'm going to be doing a quick little video as my dog decides to follow me because he can't go anywhere or can't be anywhere without being by himself. So, the reason I'm making this video, I'm just going to be doing like a very quick little update video regarding my collection and all that and my hopes for the severe weather season. First and foremost, my collection. So, as you can see, it has changed a little bit. Most notably, the 3 running snails. This is the version 9. And the reception on it is kind of iffy. I have to be in just the right spot in order for it to get it, in order for it to get a good signal. I'll fool around with that later. This is the version 17.
Power, producing a wind chill of 25.
It's getting WXJ42 pretty good. Then the version 20, which is back here.
Low tide is at 9:54 p.m.
And then you can see here there's the Spark, the 8500, the Emerson, all that. Oh yeah, the reason why some of these are saying no signal or doing their 10-day Sentry stuff. Let's just say that Upton decided to be those people and cancel the weekly test last week because of the snow that hit our area. So that was good. You probably just saw the iLove doing it, but the iLove's over there. The J-Win's right here. Got the Index over here. Got my Apple TV 4th gen in case I decide to play WDFA TV on my own time. I'm not going to be streaming it because I don't think my internet could support it, and because I don't think YouTube will like it because copyrighted content. Over here is just my main setup. I got my Switch back there. By the way, off topic, but I am really hyped for Splatoon 3 to come out in 2022. That I am super stoked about. I saw the trailer. I was like, holy crap. This game is awesome. I gotta get my hands on it. I'm gonna try to. Don't worry. I got my Intel Whitebook right there. I got my Mac right there. Got my Samsung TV and my Scepter monitor. This HP monitor, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I haven't been really using it that much. Especially since, well, I mean, it takes up a lot of space here. I might put that back in service at some point. And as the dog licks the floor, y'all saw it here first. My dog is clearly stupid. Hey, stop licking the floor. Come on, dummy. In here, I got the main collection room. Some kind of find this controversial because this is where I sleep. I get blasted awake, but to me, that is the point of having these radios. They are meant to wake you up. I got my modified AlertWorks right here, or one of them. This is the EAR10 white. I put a white backlight on it, which I think it looks really good. I got a red warning light, yellow watch light, and blue advisory light. You probably saw a video on that. Got my 1630, Jesus Christ, 1650A. Then I got the 1650D, which is actually saying recheck setup because, again, Upton didn't do the weekly test. And the only radios that activated were the ones that were monitoring WWH33 because Albany tested, and the ones on KWO35 because Mount Holly actually issued some winter storm warnings with that last storm. Then I got the black and green ear deafening machine, as I like to call it. I got the black AlertWorks with the green backlight, red warning light, yellow watch light, and green advisory light. Over here, now you may be noticing there's a WR100 that's missing and one that looks different. So, black and silver still here. I actually have this hooked up to a external antenna that's mounted up there.
Midnight. Lows in the mid-30s.
The thing with the tuner when I press it is still kind of weird. I actually might swap out the weather snooze button on this, but I'm thinking of leaving it stock because, silver. But I think the black weather button will look good up here. It'll be a little bit more consistent, so to speak. Version 2 is right here.
Here is the extended forecast. Wednesday,
I actually fixed the speaker on this. I say I fixed it, I just swapped out a speaker. Then I got the version 3.
Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 40s.
Then I got this guy recently. This is a early version 5.
Mostly sunny.
I got the late version 5 right here that I've had since 2016.
Lows in the mid-20s.
The reason they're all on low volume is because I don't want to break the speakers on them. I don't know how people can listen to them on full volume. To me, that's just a little bit too loud, but I digress. I got the VC 436, 136. Jeez, I'm mixing up model numbers here. The 268, the version 8 up here.
Low tide is at 11.
We got the radios up there. Got the Sangean, the Lacrosse, the SFA, the Motorola, the 996, the Max Digital, the Honeywell. Back there, you can see the version 1 WR300. You can see the 301, the version 5 300, the 210 and the 200, and the WX150. Over here, you got the ER102, the WR10, the WR606, the 608, the 603, the 74105XL, and the WR11. Okay. Over here you got the, I'm just gonna close this. You got the 8560, which is also saying no signal, because for reasons I already explained. I got my HHs, the 250C. The HH50 that I haven't bothered to recharge. The 438, the HDR14, back there's the Elite Traveler. The 991, the Sidekick, the FR600, which if you look closely is actually charging. Then I got the FRX3s right there, the Hammaker Schlemmer and the FRX3 Plus. Over here I got more Etons, the ESP2100, the LL Bean FR370, the FR800, the Zone Guard Plus, and the Zone Guard. And over here is just like Midland and Radio Shack Central. Got the 519s, the 382, the 261s, the 255, which you cannot replace the backlight on this because of the way the screen is designed. I checked. Got the 247, the funny 258, which looked like it was in the middle of doing signal loss, but then it just stopped. Over here you got the 260, the Apple 120. I gave this one a red backlight. I got the 400 version 1 right here, which you can't modify the 400s. I also checked.
Here's the official.
Why is the speaker up so loud? God damn.
30s.
There we go.
Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour.
There we go. God, that freaking the speaker was so loud it was even flickering. All right. Got the version 2 400 right there.
At Kings Point.
I got the
At 7:14 a.m. Monday.
the Whiteout 120. The version 3 400.
Per hour.
The later 120, which
Low tide is at
I call it the Frog 20 because green backlight. Got the 249, the 250, the 262, and the 521. Then over here, I am actually going to turn on my fan real quick because it is a little toasty in here, and I kind of like to get a breeze going. Over here you got the FRX2 digital, then the 259, which is scrolling check operation. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, there you go. I think you can kind of see it. Then you got the 522,
It was sunny at Farmingdale.
which for some reason started working again. There have been times where it would just not sound good at all, and I would think that the tuner on it is dying, but here it is just reviving itself. Then I got the 991 over 993. That's monitoring WXJ42 of all channels.
Thursday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 20s.
There we go. So, if you're wondering what happened with your WR100s, so I'm actually going to show you my closet of shame here, minus my practical closet. This is the practical closet right here with all my clothes and my hats. Oh no, if you're wondering what this is a handmade guitar I made. I'll show that in a later video. But pretty much in these shelves right here is my closet of shame. So, this is the first 74 250C. This is actually the one that Mox got me. The tuner on it was busted, and I decided to use this one for parts. And yeah, if you're wondering about this, yeah, Midland. Why did you make the? Why did you literally use a freaking hand grip to keep these 2 points, these 2 parts of the radio together? You could have just done like, you could have just kept it as separate pieces and not have like a huge black grip as an adhesive. That just doesn't, like, no. So I replaced the. So I basically took the antenna from that was originally on this one. I swapped them. I actually swapped faceplates too, cause yeah, I say I swapped faceplates, but I swapped like front grills, cause the front grill that was on this originally. Let's just say it took 2 forward-facing falls to the floor. Actually no, it was this radio that took 2 face-first falls to the floor. And the speaker on it broke, so I just used this one for parts. I took this, I basically swapped front ends on this, and now the speaker works. I also swapped antennas to make it look more appealing, because you can kind of see right there, there's a little bit of a gap. I'm gonna put this back up here. And if I take these out, so I got the now dead version 4, Javier's old version 5, and this one is the one that's most painful for me to deal with. This WR100 version 5. This one, wonky tuner, as you probably saw. It got bad to the point where I felt like I needed to replace it. Unfortunately, when I was replacing the tuner, I accidentally burned the leads off the motherboard. So now this thing has no tuner. So this one's pretty much just gone. This one, I don't know what the heck happened to it. It just stopped working. There would be periods where it just wouldn't activate for anything, even with a clear signal. And from then, it was just like a ticking time bomb. And unfortunately, this died. I think one of the capacitors blew because it wasn't doing the high-pitched squeal that most WR100s are known for doing. But it just like stopped working. This one, yeah. So, a little bit of a tip. Be extremely careful when modifying your radios. BenjiCat33, aka Mitchell, did a tutorial video on how to modify some radios. Yeah. Weird thing about WR100s, they literally use a freaking square. They use a square LED for the backlights on these things, and it was a pain in the nuts to try and get it undone. And I burned the leads off of this motherboard too. It still worked until I decided to take the tuner out of this to hopefully try and revive Javier's version 5, but yeah, that just did not work. Then when I powered on the radio, the screen just committed dead. So, kind of sad. This was actually my first WR100, but what can you do? Radios can be replaced. I mean, look, just look at this. The 74 250 I already showed you. I'm just gonna kind of showcase my radio graveyard here. Let's try to not knock everything over, please. This first Honeywell. You guys saw this in I think it was my New Year's Eve unboxing, or one of my New Year's Eve unboxings. The speaker on this was just absolutely horrendous. It did not activate whatsoever. And at that point, it was just like, why even bother? I'm just going to replace this anyway, which I did with that one up there. That Honeywell works fine, thankfully. The speaker on it isn't as loud. I thought about maybe possibly repurposing this for a monitor, so to speak, for my Sage. Because, yeah, for some goddamn reason, the weather tuner on the EasyCast, despite getting a clear signal, it just won't activate my EasyCast at all. Which is why I've actually been using FM monitoring only. But, aside from that, there's the first Honeywell. If I take out this box right here. And yes, I wore Sperry's. My first ever 521 that I got many years ago. What is this? Huh. Guess I found the radio for the clock, the remote for my Sony radio over there. Nice. But yeah, this 521. This was the first ever 521 that I got. As you can see, it is completely taken apart. I'm gonna be using this for parts, except for the antenna. I don't know. I took that off. But I'm gonna be using this for parts. The tuner on it died, and when I was trying to figure out where the tuner was, the button stopped working. I might just put this back together so it actually looks a little bit nicer, but it's broken anyway, so I don't really care. I'm just gonna put this remote right here. Actually, does it still work? I can probably assume that this remote is dead. And then, last but not least, up here, this is the black and yellow FRX3 that Michael reviewed in season 6, I want to say, of Radio Reviews. Yeah. It worked fine, but I took the antenna off because it's not being used anymore. But if I open up this may look normal, but trust me, it is not. The micro USB port on this thing actually broke, so this can no longer take a charge. Aside from that, it worked fine. Watch, I'm gonna put this over here in the sun. Barely works. Because I took the battery out of this thing too. So yeah, this is my broken radio graveyard. Don't worry, I'm going to be getting a new version 4. I just got to work up the money because YouTube decided to screw me out of $5. Yeah, YouTube Studio is just kind of unreal. Anyways, I'm going to put this stuff back. Yeah, I'm kind of sorry that you had to see all these dead radios, but like I said, this is just a quick update. Like I said, I'm going to be getting more radios soon. I just got to work up the money. But now that that's out of the way, actually I'm going to put these away first, and then I'm going to talk about some other stuff. So, actually, you know what? I can multitask. I can do this. So, if you're wondering what my hopes are for the severe weather season coming up, which I'm sure you probably are. Let me just say that 2020 severe weather season was hectic as hell. I must have gotten like maybe 4 or 5 sheer nuttiness episodes from 2020 alone. And that's saying something, especially since I'm up in the Northeast, where theoretically we shouldn't have gotten that much severe weather like we did. But again, I do have hopes for the severe weather season. That I am just gonna put this right here. Try to put it right there at least. There we go. So with regards to severe weather season, I really hope that we get something similar to 2020, because I loved that year's severe weather season. Actually, I could pull it up on my phone real quick. Let me see. I just have my phone off camera because I don't want you guys seeing my passwords or my texts. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, yeah, Sheer Nuttiness series. Alright, so 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 were all episodes from 2020. My favorite has to be Sheer Nuttiness 9 and 10. 9 because I got a lot of alerts that day. I think I got like 190, which is way more in 6 hours than I got in Sheer Nuttiness 8, which lasted 3 days. And Sheer Nuttiness 10 because normally around like late fall, early winter, that's when we kind of get like general thunderstorms, like not severe like the ones that happened back then. But yeah, for 2021, I'm really, really hoping that we get some more severe weather. And this may sound weird, but I'll explain. I kind of hope to see some non-weather emergency messages relayed over NOAA Weather Radio too. So the reason why I bring that up, this Wednesday, assuming we don't get screwed over by more snow, this Wednesday we're actually going to be getting the CAP handler installed across all National Weather Service offices. Now, what does this mean? So this means that assuming state emergency management agencies are willing to use this software to the fullest potential, we could possibly see some non-weather emergency messages like Amber Alerts and all that relayed over NOAA Weather Radio. Now, like I said, this all is dependent on what the emergency management wants. So for all we know, we could just get the CAP handler and it could just be a door stopper. But my hopes are that it'll actually be used to the fullest potential. I don't know what my states normally do. The only thing I really know regarding non-weather emergency messages is New York State. So for Amber Alerts, they are wireless emergency alert only. And this has been confirmed by myself and a lot of other people in the EAS community. I'm hoping, this is a crazy idea, but I'm kind of hoping that Amber Alerts will actually be relayed over NOAA Weather Radio for New York State, because not having them relayed over any type of radio broadcasting platform, it doesn't really do much, because most people might not even have a cell phone. And I know this is kind of stupid seeing how it's 2021, but some people might not even have a cell phone. Which means that the only way they'll be able to hear about the Amber Alert is through a brief news segment on TV. And with cable TV kind of dying, sort of, there's not really much left. So they're going to have to switch up the broadcast, so to speak. Like, switch up the criteria for Amber Alerts and maybe, hopefully, transmit Amber Alerts over the radio. I do know New York State does like county-based cap alerting. Sheer Nuttiness 9 was a good example of that. A local area emergency was issued for Orange County. I got it over WARW-FM. It also tripped WDFA as well. But that's all I know about New York State. I don't know what New Jersey does for Amber Alerts because it's been a long time since one was issued. But I do know this. In the early 2010s, like 2011 and into like maybe the first month of 2012, New Jersey State Police actually requested Amber Alerts to be relayed over NOAA Weather Radio. And that tripped the NOAA Weather Radio network throughout much of New Jersey. Lego Fanatic 3756 actually uploaded some of those Amber Alerts. One of them was issued as a civil emergency message. I don't know why, but like I said, I don't know what's going to be planned with a CAP handler when it gets installed. At least for those states. Connecticut, I've never seen them use CAP. At least until at least like within the past few years. Because, as you guys know, Connecticut does their monthlies through daisy chaining of the Connecticut State Police message center over in Middletown. And that message is then transmitted over state primaries and then over local stations. And I could probably pull it up on my Spark TX2 real quick. I'm going to have to kind of mute the volume on this too, yeah. You can see here, test alert, the civil authorities have issued a required monthly test for Connecticut, for all of Connecticut, and all of Connecticut, because for some reason, for some reason, Connecticut State Police likes to put our state 3 times in the same header, which, yeah, you may have to do some explaining there. Let's set this back to star 99.9. Now, Connecticut did have a close call with a possible New Haven Amber Alert, but it was canceled. All I know is that Central Communications broadcast it. I don't know if it's done through CAP or if it's done through daisy chaining or something. But that is all I know. I don't know what's going to be planned for No Weather Radio in the future. I'm hoping that... And why did my... Oh, nothing. I'm hoping that over here at least, Cap Handler gets used to the fullest extent. Because not only will it mean like more non-weather emergency messages being relayed over No Weather Radio, but this could also mean that New Jersey weather radio stations could receive and transmit its first ever Amber Alert since like 2012. Now, I'm obviously hoping that an Amber Alert doesn't get issued because nobody likes to hear about a child getting abducted. But at the same time, I'm also hoping that I am a little bit optimistic about what the National Weather Service plans to do with Cap Handler, especially over here in my neck of the woods. Now, if you're wondering about the offices in the Pacific Northwest, or let alone just the western half of the country in general, like I don't know what Oregon does. I know Phoenix, Arizona has a whole digital NDEC hooked up at their office. So I'm not sure if they're going to be affected by Cap Handler since they have a cap decoding NDEC anyway. Seattle and some other Washington offices too, mainly Seattle because that's the only one I know. They have a digital NDEC as well. Now, as far as like other states in general, Tennessee, they did kind of do like what New York does, so to speak, but like minus the WEA only stuff. Like localized stuff, they use CAP, but with regards to stuff like statewide alerts, like blue alerts or amber alerts, Tennessee relies strictly on No Weather Radio's soon-to-be outdated HasCollect system. And with HasCollect going to be replaced when Cap Handler gets installed, which again is this Wednesday, there's really no telling what Tennessee is going to do. We have seen some other offices, like Raleigh, for example, use Cap Handler. Most famously known, the shortest Amber Alert ever transmitted, which literally is just the word "the." Some people have uploaded it. Clay Range 143, for example, has uploaded it. There's other people that have uploaded it too, but that's besides the point. There have been other offices that have been using Cap Handler. There's offices that use HasCollect, and there's some offices that just do not relay non-weather emergency messages in general. But yeah, so Cap Handler is going to be installed later this week. I'm really hoping that it actually is used to the fullest extent possible, and I really hope emergency managers take advantage of this. With regards to severe weather season, I'm hoping that it's as good as 2020 was, because yeah, 2020 was I'm going to reiterate, 2020 was absolutely insane regarding severe weather season. I think you guys probably saw, but thanks to all the severe weather that I have been getting, and all the alerts that I got in 2020, you guys may have seen this, but I actually got a little bit over 2,000 alerts for the entire year. I think I started off at EAS number 2251, and then I finished at 44 something. I can't remember. And with regards to my collection, I am going to continue collecting. That is a definite. But like I said, with money sources kind of being slow and stretched, it's going to take some time. Plus, I also have other priorities as well, like gas for my car and all that. But yeah, just to reiterate, I'm looking forward to the 2021 severe weather season. I am going to continue collecting radios, mainly replacing the version 4 that I kind of killed. I am going to be trying to collect some more in the future, especially with my birthday coming up. Oh, speaking of birthday, entries are due. Just a friendly reminder, entries are due. Where is the calendar app? Entries are due in 1 week. So make sure to get your submissions in. Kind of close, but get your entries in if you want to be in the collaboration, because after March 1st, I will not be accepting any more entries. Just wanted to put that out there. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay subscribed. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers. If we can get up to 2,000 subscribers before my birthday, that'll be awesome. But yeah, get your entries in for the collab. I'm gonna be continuing my collection. It may take a little bit longer because, yeah, money. Looking forward to severe weather season, and I'm looking forward to Cap Handler being installed. If you guys enjoy this content, please click like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And with that said, I will see you guys next time. Take care.